What if the universe has already been trying to get your attention, but your brain has been set to do not disturb? There's a brainwave pattern that shouldn't exist while you're awake, but I've recorded it repeatedly, and it changed my life in ways I didn't expect. Here's the question. What happens when your brain unlocks the state of deep sleep while fully conscious? By the end of this video, I'll show you the EEG signature that made 5 figures appear in my bank account, flew me to Hawaii, and brought a cute witch to my coffee shop. Quick reality check. Meditation, as advertised, enlightenment, peace, growth. Meditation in practice, you're sitting wrong, your knee hurts, and you're just marinating in thoughts about taxes. Meditation is supposed to change your life, but for most of us, it just changes the amount of time we spend sitting uncomfortably on the floor. You close your eyes, wait for enlightenment, and instead your brain goes, "Hey, remember that thing you said 12 years ago at Taco Bell? Let's feel shame again." But here's the neuroscience that changes everything. Alpha is calm awareness. Theta is meditation, intuition. Delta is deep, dreamless unconscious. Delta is not supposed to be active while awake. That's like dreaming without falling asleep. Except that's exactly what we're seeing. My brain started doing things it's not supposed to do. High waking delta, subconscious on while fully awake. Alpha delta inversion, deepest awareness moves to the driver's seat. Beta theta cross coupling, focus and intuition holding hands. Neuroscience translation, this dude unlocked 3-layered awareness mode. Field translation, congratulations, you're online. I use a specific descent routine. Alpha priming to stabilize presence, a theta drop to open my inner intention, and then delta stabilization, which is the consciousness sleep state. And when we hit the bottom of that staircase, this pattern appears every single time. In this deeper state with delta awake, the subconscious doesn't stay quiet. It communicates. In one session, I saw a face, an older woman, wise and powerful. Then she transformed into a middle-aged, red-haired woman wearing a witch's hat. Now, I'm not a Wiccan, but I do recognize the archetypes. Crone, mother. 2 parts of the triple goddess, but it was missing the maiden. The very next day, I go to the grocery store, not the one I usually go to. I go to the coffee shop within that grocery store, and the barista is a young, red-haired woman wearing a witch's hat. The maiden, the third aspect, completing the sequence. Crone, mother, maiden. Internal vision, matching external experience. Symbols, encounters. Basically, the universe said, we'll finish the symbolism for you. Try to keep up. Okay, so weird visions are cool, but do they do anything? Well, since I've trained this state into a baseline, I've had 5 figures of project funding out of nowhere, a fully paid trip to Hawaii to collaborate on research, and direct contact with world-class quantum consciousness experts I had 0 business meeting. Productivity exploded, hours instead of days. Now, if you don't know my life history, that looks like good luck. If you do know my life history, you know good luck and I have beef. We do not hang out, we are not on speaking terms. So something else is happening, and the EEG agrees. Here's the model we're using to understand this. Quantum consciousness field theory, many worlds interpretation. It proposes that consciousness isn't in the brain. The brain is an interface or a conduit for a larger, non-local field. You and I are fractal expressions, localized awareness nodes of that universal consciousness. When waking delta rises, the brain becomes a clearer receiver of the field, meaning perception is no longer limited to the local self. The brain stops filtering the field through old stories, and reality reflects consciousness with less delay. That's what synchronicity is. It's a mirror, a harmony between inner observation and outer expression. Not magic, not placebo, just physics with better PR. So what happens when your brain unlocks the state of deep sleep while awake? You access the subconscious directly, and the world becomes more responsive. You realize you are not separate from reality, you are a participant in a larger field of awareness, and the field listens. Remember the question, what if your brain hasn't learned how to talk to the universe yet? Here's the truth, it can learn. I learned, and the universe answered, not in metaphor, but in money, travel, experts, and a literal mythic archetype walking into a random coffee shop I was in. That's not escapism, that's waking up inside the game. If this state is teachable, and we're demonstrating that it is, it could reshape how we approach mental health, learning, innovation, and leadership. This isn't about believing anything, it's about measuring consciousness and finally acknowledging it does something. In the next video, I'll show you how to start the version of the protocol, the safe way to train alpha to theta to delta transitions, and measure your results with real EEG data. Comment ready if you want beginner access. Subscribe because we're just beginning to map the relationship between the brain and the field, so we can plug your brain back into the cosmos and you can close a few circuits of your own. And if you see a witch in the produce aisle, ask her what phase of the moon it is. Trust me.